Respected Director Ma'am, distinguished artists, Mr. Madhu and Mr. Santosh, parents, dear students. An exhibition of art is like an expression of heart. What flows from the hands or the fingers of an artist is from the emotions which he has gained over ages, based on the experiences he has had with people around him and the various things that have happened in his life. The future is going to be very different from how it has been so far and what is happening now. It's going to be full of technology, and the one thing which is going to distinguish between a performer and an observer is a sense of curiosity. The curiosity is kindled by creativity, and an artist's mind which has been trained to be creative will definitely induce that curiosity, and in whatever field you are liking to go to, like legal or math or any other field, this sense of curiosity will take you to much higher heights. Art is one form of skill that can induce you the sense of curiosity, and this skill has two parts: technique and practice. With very good teachers like Mr. Bivish and the blessings of famous artists like our guest today, you can develop the skills by learning the techniques properly and then putting them to practice. The two good words that we should always remember in life are thanks and sorry. We must always be very grateful to those who have guided us, and always have a sense of feeling sorry for if we have done anything wrong. It is my pleasure to thank all who have played a major role in forming this re-present. Re means again, pre means before, and sent means in a way to give. So we have to remember to give back what we have done, what we have got before. So I thank first of all our Honorable Chairman Sir and our respected Director Sir who have initiated this concept, and I'm very grateful to our Director Ma'am for inducing the interest, and the chief guests today, Mr. Santosh and Mr. Madhu, and all the parents and our collaborators from Australia, the Global Elite Program, and all dear students, Mr. Bivish Sir and his team for bringing out this exhibition, the physical director, Mr. Shankar and his team who have helped to put all the things together here, electrician Mr. Sendil and his team, and the music band here, and all the music teachers and the students, and everyone here if I have missed out anybody. Thank you very much.
I just came here to see the young artists' great work, not to speak actually. Well, I want to say only one thing, that I have started I'm telling to my friends, I started my drawing at the age of 4. Still I am continuing it. It has enriched my life. Do the same thing. உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும், அனைத்து இளம் கலைஞர்களுக்கும் எனது இனிய வாழ்த்துக்கள். நன்றி.
Very happy to be here, and thanks for inviting me here for this inaugural ceremony. And let me convey my congratulations to all of you who are behind putting up the show here. I haven't yet seen the works, but I hope that it will be wonderful. And I'm sorry I'm not a good speaker. So basically, as we all know, that creative process is a kind of process of learning, process of knowing, and the process of understanding the sense of order, rhythm, harmony and beauty. So we normally doesn't take it as like that, because we always think that it's a kind of some hobby or some kind of entertainment. But we never take it very seriously as a process of learning, in a sense, because it's an integral part of development as a human being. And also, on the other hand, it's a tool for expressing oneself. It's a language to express one's own emotions, feelings, all kind of anxieties, thoughts. So we call it as a kind of tool for self-expression. And one can even extend this idea of self-expression into even the, knowing oneself both from inside and outside, actually. These are the two important aspects of each and every kind of creative activities. One thing is that it's a process of learning oneself, and on the other hand, it is a process of expressing oneself. So the more you express yourself, the more lighter you become as a human being. And I think that this will someday it will benefit you as to grow as a better human being. That is most important thing. Then I know that all of you practice some form of creative process, whether it is a painting or music or whatever it may be. And also we know that not everybody is going to become a highly full professional artist, but getting into the kind of process of some form of creativity is definitely going to benefit you in future. In order to understand whichever profession that you are in. For example, if it's an architecture or even in designing and all that, the very act of drawing will actually make you understand this interrelationship between the negative space and positive space. You can understand what is actually form and what is the kind of the combination of all the relationships of colors, and all that is going to definitely help you in future, and also to become a better human being. That's important thing. Thank you.
Parents and my dear students, it's a real honor for me to welcome our chief guest, Mr. T.V. Santosh and Mr. Maruru. We're really honored to have you here, sir. Thank you so much for coming. There's a famous quote by Pablo Picasso. Every child is a born artist, but whether he stays as an artist when he grows up, that's the problem. When we were kids, we used to love to play with colors, crayons, paints, finger painting, hand painting, colors, sketches. Somehow when we grow, they snatch the crayons from us and we are forced to take a pen and pencil. We can't complain. In this competitive world, we try to race and compete with others. Somehow we forget what we really love and what we really enjoy. Last Sunday, I came across an article. It's an interview with a very famous mathematician, Mr. Manjul Bhargava. He's received a lot of awards and accolades. The recent one is the Fields Medal. It's something equivalent to Nobel for mathematicians. He has beautifully told a lot of things, and he is totally convinced he is one of the best mathematicians because he is more inclined towards music and art. Without this music and art in him, this artistical sense in him, he wouldn't have achieved this far. And he is very positive that balancing the right and left brain is very important for any personality group. If you go back in history and you check the creative science, many creative science in history are some way having a musical or an art background. That's another classical example is Steve Jobs, a man who's very popular to create some excellent innovative products. He always combines top-notch science with top-notch aesthetic. So when there is a beautiful blend, there comes a beautiful product. Steve Jobs says, every year I struggle and strive to find one scientist who's musical or art inclined. It's a very deep statement. The future is going to be for creativity. You might be a science and mathematics expert. Definitely, the future is going to be for people who are more creative in their work, no matter what you are good at. My dear children, you have a long way to go. This is a big opportunity for you. Your artwork is getting displayed at one of the prestigious institutions and in the presence of very eminent personalities. Maybe when you grow big, you will remember a day like this. Do not stop here. Keep on pursuing. It's very important for you to groom your personality and character. It's very, very important. Balance whatever you're doing right now. Your creative side, embrace it. Keep on doing it. This is our second year at Lalith Academy. Next year we are looking forward to host a flagship event in a larger scale. So by God's grace, as educationists, even we too have the responsibility of grooming the artistic side of each and every children. We have many activities. Art is one prestigious thing that you are all blessed with. I'm so happy. I would like to thank Mr. Bivish Chitravadi, HOD, Arts and Science, Art School HOD, in charges, teachers and non-teaching staffs who really made this show a successful one. Thank you once again and stay blessed.